I'm so excited, and I just can't hide it. I'm about to lose control, and I think I like it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, welcome to another off-the-cuff quickie. Well, it's probably going to be a slowie. Video from dolallycrafts. Sorry, I'm still really excited about OnStage Local that I went to on the weekend. For those of you, sorry, I'm going to catch my breath. For those of you who saw my Instagram posts or my Facebook posts, you will know that I had a posting that said, "What's in the box?" This was our 30th anniversary celebration, and did we get spoiled by Stampin' Up? It was amazing. I had an absolute ball. I met so many of our crazy crafters, and they're amazing ladies. I've got a heap of gifts over here that I'm going to show you that we did as part of our swaps. Excuse me. Sorry, I took a mouthful of Solo and I'm a bit windy now after all the bouncing around, because I was actually dancing in my chair while I was singing. And please, please excuse me, I am tone deaf, I think. When I listen to myself on recordings, I sound shocking. So I hope my voice wasn't too off key. Okay. What's in the box? There was 8 of these boxes sitting on each table, and each table sat 8 ladies or gentlemen, whoever was there. And none of us opened our boxes. We were so good. None of us snuck a peek before Brian from over in Utah, who came to Melbourne, told us we could open them. Okay. So, as you can see, gorgeous box, which I'm going to keep. All of my inspiration that the ladies gave me during the swaps are going in this box, and I'm going to put it up on the shelf, and I'm going to keep them. And whenever I'm stuck for ideas, I'm going to go for a wander through all of my gifts and come up with something amazing on my take on what they've given me. Okay, enough of my chatting. What's in the box? Let's see. Here we go. Now, I've got to turn it this way because the lid will come down on it. Okay, I've been in and out of this box half a dozen times, so I just threw everything back in that we were given. And, yeah, that's why it's all higgledy-piggledy. Now, we were given 4 make and takes to make during the day, and we saw videos doing and demonstrations for them. But this, Brian told us, is for when we get home and we're missing OnStage, we have another make and take that we can make. The only problem is I don't have that stamp, and I haven't ordered it. So we will come up with something else that will go in the birthdays. I'm sure I'll find something. Now this, one of the ladies opened it on stage, and it's a little pouch so that if you're going for a walk or whatever, say you're taking the dog for a walk, or you've gone on holidays and you want to carry stuff around with you, it's similar to a money belt, but it's what you can actually either have around your neck or over your shoulder, and it'll carry purse, it'll carry your wallet, I suppose your passport, whatever. And I thought it'd be ideal for when I'm going for a walk with the dog. I can stick my phone in one pocket and have my house keys in the other. We were inundated by bags from Stampin' Up at this OnStage. So that's the first one. Now, we also got 3 notebooks, and these, as I discovered through watching another demo's video, these aren't just your ordinary books. Now, the images that you can see on the cover are a new stamp set that's coming out. I'm not ordering it, it's not my style, but if you like these really bold artistic prints, you are going to love this stamp set. I've got another sample of it that we did at OnStage, but look, we've got a lined notepad. We also have aligned, and I don't know whether you can see that, but that's got dots. So you can actually use this as a jotter or as a diary. These are all the rage at the moment. There's bullet point areas here, but there's also calendars, so you could use that as your calendar for the month. And then you've got, you know, a few weeks or a couple of weeks worth of details before you do the next lot. Absolutely fantastic. And I think this is just an, oh no, this one's a grid one, so I can use that to sketch out new ideas. I love these. I wish Stampin' Up would bring something out like this that we could order, so that as we run out we can order more. We also got this Amazing Life free stamp set, and I've just realised, yep, the cake that's used here is actually here, so I don't need to worry. I have the set, and it's got happy birthday and just celebration type stamps, which are fantastic. I love the border. I hadn't really had a look, but it's got little filigrees here, and oh, I'm going to have fun with that, even St. Paddy's Day. Okay, and the piece de resistance was this beautiful canvas bag. It's got a pocket on the outside, and it's got our beautiful Stampin' Up decal on the front. But you can flip it inside out. And I only discovered this on another lady's video. You can turn it inside out, and once again, you've got another pocket here. Oh, excuse me, and you've got the pocket inside. And that is a really, excuse me, really heavy duty bag. That will carry heaps. So I think come summer, oh, excuse me, I'm going to be using this as my tote. Thank you very much, Stampin' Up. I really love this. Okay, so that is what was in the box. Now, also on the table, we had these. Now, from what I've seen on videos, Paper Pumpkin actually has something similar to this. I'll just move these out the way. Paper Pumpkin has something similar to this as their grid mats. But I love this. Oh, sorry, I've got stuff everywhere because I haven't tied. I've been so flat out the past week. Yeah, so we've got, once again, the pictures. I don't know whether they're in screen or not, but the pictures from the website, which are gorgeous. Okay, so that was sitting, that was our work table. As you can see, I stamped off. This is another stamp set that's coming out, and you'll see a demo of that in a minute. Now, Kylie Bertucci, I am so rapt that I am one of her downlines. Kylie is such an amazing demonstrator. Absolutely love being part of the Crazy Crafters, and Kylie gave these lanyards to all of the crazies that attended on stage. And it, as you can see, it says the Crazy Crafters on stage. Share it, love it, live it. Absolutely beautiful. She even made all of us these badges, which I belong to the Crazy Crafters team. I got this badge, my first on stage, for the 30th celebration because it was my first on stage. And this also came in the box. And when they called out the number 1, we all the people that had number 1 badges in their boxes, because the numbers went from 1 through to 6. If they called out number 1, you stood up and you were given a stamp set. I was so lucky to be a number 1 because I got a double stamp set. And it's not 2 cases where one lot of stamps is spread over the 2 cases. This is actually 2 cases worth of separate stamps. There are 51 sentiment stamps for mixing and matching in this, and these will be released in the catalogue that goes live on, I think it's the 2nd of January. These are the new red rubber cling stamps. We got some paperwork that was given to us while we were there about the new cling stamps. These things will cling to anything. So I don't know whether you'll remember, but a lot of my red rubber stamps, I don't put the stickers on the back because I found that they quite often, as you can see here, I'll just take that one off. As you can see here, I don't put the stickers on because these only stick well, and I've still got ink all over that, they only stick well when there's no sticker on. However, with these new clear stamps, when you stick these stickers onto the back of them, they will stick. And you know how with these ones you can just grab the thing and peel it off like that? With these new cling stamps, you have to be very careful. Flip that over again. If you pull the red, they will stick so hard to the block that they might come off the foam backing. So when you're peeling them, you have to make sure that your nail actually gets under the foam and onto the sticker so that you peel the whole stamp off, not just the red rubber. So I will do another video soon showing how to pop those on. But yes, I was so rapt. I got a double stamp set at my first OnStage. Oh, I was blown away. Okay, another stamps. Now, with the Amazing Life, as I said, that came in the box. Everybody that was at OnStage got a copy of that one. This one was also one that they gave away towards the end of the day. They did a prize, what they call a prize patrol, and they said, now what number, which number is going to get this new stamp set? Did the drum roll, and the next thing, everybody got one. So another beautiful stamp set, which is going to be absolutely fantastic to use. And this is one of the newer type stamps where the depth is you can see the depth in the stamp, and it just means that some of the dots are closer to each other than the other. There's a special name for it, and it evades me at the moment. I will remember it. Okay, that can go over there, and I'm getting stuff slipping everywhere now. Okay, the next things we got. Okay, where have I put them? Ah, in the box. Okay, before I bring those out, this was yet another bag that we were given at OnStage. Beautiful teal colour. My daughter loved that colour. She went, oh, it's teal. Another Stampin' Up! Tote bag that will fit so much in. I could use this going to the beach with my daughter. Not that I go for a swim, but she'd be able to put her towel and everything in there, and there's a spot there for your car keys and your phone, and another here for your if you wanted to put your purse or your glasses in, you could put it in that side. But yeah, another wonderful tote. As I said, we were spoilt by the amount of storage bags we were given. Having said that, this is another one. It's got a pocket in the front, and this is a tool carrier. I've only got a couple of tools in here because I only took a couple up with me. I've got a couple of my blocks in on this side in a zip pouch, and in this side I've got my snail and my paper snips. There's also room over here for either your watercolour pencils or maybe some of your Stampin' blends, your markers, journaling pens, or what have you. And that fits really nicely. As I said, I love that. I opened mine up and immediately put my tools in there, and everybody at the table laughed. But yeah, I was over the moon. Now, we also got some pens. I don't know where the rest of them are, but we got a pack of 3 pens. And these aren't your normal ones. These have actually got it's hard to describe. They are ball points, but they're not. They're very fine, and it's like ink in... It's a very easy flowing ink. It's not like a biro ink. It's hard to explain. It's like ink pen ink. Okay. I also got a box of glue dots because in the middle of the table there was one of those big plastic hoppers, and in the hopper it had the not the blocks, but it had glue dots, dimensionals, the stamp sets we were going to use that day, and punch. I lent my 2-inch punch to a friend and she's still got it. So when I saw this one, because the old one's my old whale 2-inch punch, when I saw that this one was going free to good home, I snaffled this. There were actually 4 stamp sets, but the 3 that I really wanted were already claimed by other people. I wasn't over keen on the other on the last one that was left, so I grabbed this. And then when the box came round again, the mini glue dots were there, so I snaffled them. So they were my other freebies on the day, as well as the pens. As I said, I think the rest of them are in here. Yes, there they are. Okay, now we also had lots of ribbons to choose from on the day that went on various cards that we made. So we did a ribbon share at the end. So I got free ribbons as well. Now, that was our 30th anniversary thing that sat on the table as well. Everybody got one of these, and we can fill in what we loved about it, and we can even send that back to Stampin' Up! To let them know how much we enjoyed it. We also got a lanyard in the box. I forgot about that. Okay, that was one of our table centres for OnStage. Now, move that out the way because that's my daughter's. Okay, this was one of our make and takes, and I'm just looking for the other 2 that are in here somewhere. I think, yes, there we go. 3 I think there are. Yes, so I'll just pop the box aside for a moment. Now, I don't know whether you can see this, but there's actually a die cut of a heap of cogs here. Ignore the really bad stamping there for a moment, but as you can see, there's cogs in the background here. That's a new die that's going to be available come January, as well as this paper pack. The ribbon is part of the ribbon is one of the new ones, which is black with the centre of silver, and that's actually in this suite. The suite and the pizza box were designed by Jessie Holton, who's also another crazy crafter. As I said, you'll have to... I'm apologising for the really bad stamping. Because we only had 1 stamp set on the table of each of the stamp sets, we had to wait in turn because there were 8 of us. And I got impatient and I said, okay, I'm going to go and cut out my cogs and cut out my stamp, my badge. So I went and die cut those, and when I came back I discovered the stamp set's actually a red rubber stamp set, not a photopolymer, so I couldn't see where I was stamping. Okay, the battery is running out really quickly with this one, so I'll get a move on. Okay, this was another of our make and takes. This is a new stamp set. I don't know whether you can see really clearly, but those flowers in the background, Stampin' Up! Hired embroiderers to embroider a heap of flowers. Then they manipulated the colours in one of the digital programs so that each of the colours is representative of a colour in our colour ways. I think that might be Pool Party. We've got Crisp Cantaloupe, and we've got a few of the pinks. I think that might be that really... I don't know whether it's Pineapple Punch. This is one of the new paper stacks. I'm pretty sure this one comes in 6x6, but don't quote me on that. Now, can you see the detail in this die? well, it's not a die. It is, but it isn't. I don't know how to describe it, but it actually puts in this needle point instead. It's like embossing, but it embosses the needle point into the cardstock. And these are these are a couple of the stamps. Now, this stamp is actually more embroidery, and if you look, when you see it in person, you can actually see the separate threads there. Now, you've also got these little enamel dots that we get as well to top them. We've got some, I think this is Pear Pizzazz baker's twine or cord. You can see the stitch detail in the stamps. Absolutely beautiful. So I haven't got my magazine here, so I can't remember what the name of it is. No, the name escapes me at the moment, but it's a gorgeous set. Now, there's another set which has these flowers on, and you'll remember these flowers are the ones I stamped off on there because we were using Poppy Parade and I wanted it to be a little bit lighter. This ribbon is part of this suite, as is the paper, and we've got these gorgeous little die cuts as well. Now, some of these flowers you can die cut out. The bigger ones you can die cut out. This is actually one of the sentiments as well. So yeah, that was another of our make and takes. As you can see, we got the packet with all the pieces in, and then when you opened it, you could actually put together, you got the paper, you got another piece of paper like this, you got it in the mint macaron. So everything was all there, you just needed to put it together. Now, remember I said this suite, you'd see a demo of it. Well, this was another make and take. As you can see, there's the card that we were given to make, and there's my take on it, which is quite a good similarity. These are more of the whoops, where is it? More of these little enamel shapes that look absolutely darling on the top there. More, I think this is Calypso Coral in the satin ribbon, and I think that's 3/8 of an inch. Yes, 3/8 of an inch ribbon. This paper has actually got gloss where the flowers are, so it's another specialty series. I can't remember what the name of these sets are. I'll put them down below. And you also will get matching envelopes. As you can see, they've got some matching colour. So that card is actually part of a